Hi everybody, Erin Rachel here with Talk Show with Erin. So grateful to be present with all of you. Today we are diving into a conversation all about surrender. Oftentimes I will ask you all on Instagram, on my Instagram at Erin R. Doppelt, how can I best support you? And you asked for a whole talk show with Erin all about surrender. Surrender is a life-altering practice, truly. And I want to start this conversation by sharing a mantra with you, a phrase that I have worked with over the last couple years, and it goes as follows. I do not know better than God. And feel free, instead of saying God, you can insert whatever word you use for higher power as you understand it. The universe, spirit, Mother Nature, Buddha, Allah, Yod-He, Vav-He, Hashem, whatever, Jesus, whatever feels of highest good for you. I do not know better than God. Use this when you are finding yourself trying to control a specific outcome. Use this when you were dedicated to a specific outcome and you didn't get what you wanted. I know, it's really hard. And I've talked about this in previous videos, the idea of positive reframing, but sometimes when we look at the door closing, it opens a window. It opens this possible silver lining that can sometimes come to be. I remember when I was living in this amazing one-bedroom apartment in Ramat Gan outside of Tel Aviv. It was honestly the first time in my life that I was truly alone. This apartment ended up becoming a really sacred cocoon for me. I gave myself time, and I write about this. I have a whole chapter dedicated to this really sacred time in this apartment because I gave myself time to reconnect to myself. I listened to the same Simon and Garfunkel record on repeat. It was a really important time in my life. But during that time, I was renting this apartment, and I rented from an artist. And she had these beautiful bowls. And I had some of my girlfriends over for dinner, and my friend dropped one of these beautiful artisan bowls. And I was so nervous. I was so afraid to tell the host that this beautiful piece of art that she has was broken. And I didn't really give my friend a hard time. I was just like, oh my God, we need to figure this out together. Because that happened, my friend learned this beautiful art of Kintsugi. Kintsugi translates into the golden joinery. So it's a Japanese practice of taking a shattered glass and filling it in with silver, gold, or metal liquid, and it beautifies, it rejoins the pieces of that art. So my friend took this artisan bowl, got some liquid gold, and put it all back together and created something even more beautiful. So it was a time of learning. It was a time of really just surrendering to what had to happen. And for my friend, it ended up being a new venture that she was exploring for a while. So the mantra, I do not know better than God, is something that I've brought into my life consistently when I am really moving through a big moment, a highly activated emotional moment. And I also partner it with prostration. So prostration, you can understand it as bowing forward. It is an actual posture in the body where you are face forward to the ground. So something that I will do when I notice myself pushing for a specific outcome is I will get my body into prostration. So I'll move into child's pose. Knees are spread wide, sitting on my heels, and then folding forward into child's pose, really pressing forward and bringing my forehead to the earth. And then sometimes I'll also bring my hands into prayer position, bend my elbows, and bring the prayer to the back of my neck. And I'll have a couple breaths here, really connecting to this physical asana, this physical posture. Feel free to move into and stay in that posture if that feels good for you. And I'll talk to you about that actual practice. In that prostration, I will sometimes do that first thing in the morning to signal to myself and to the world around me and to God as I understand it, that I fully surrender. I surrender. And I will use this new mantra, this really powerful mantra. So a mantra that I have yet to talk about on Talk Show with Erin. And it goes, I surrender deeply and completely. Show me how good it can get. So if you watched a previous video of mine where I talk about 8 powerful manifestation and mantras, this is another one that you can choose to work with. I surrender deeply and completely. Show me how good it can get. And you can use it in any single situation when you didn't get the thing that you most desired. When we talk about surrender, I notice that my community will come to me when they are moving through the feeling state of devastation, of being upset, of being underwhelmed, of possibly heartbreak. And what I want to share with you, in Judaism, all of the holidays begin with night. It starts with sundown, or the sun falls the next day. So it's sundown to sundown. It's night to night. And on the 7th day, God said, let there be light. And the reason this is so important is darkness and heartache and brokenness sometimes needs to occur to allow the light to come in. And I invite you to relax into that. It's almost as if the things that have happened to us in the past, it does pave a new pathway. It did teach us new routes to heal, align, and grow. It almost heavily encouraged us to double our devotion, to come back to self, to redirect and come back to your highest possible timeline, your most aligned path. So if you are looking to practice surrender, work with the mantras, I do not know better than God, I surrender deeply and completely, show me how good it can get, and honor full prostration in your body when you're in the thick of it with lower belly breathing, and see how that feels for you. Thank you all so much for being here. This is Talk Show with Erin. We have new videos every single Wednesday, sometimes more. This is the space where we integrate Eastern ritual and Western psychology so you can heal, align, and grow, and essentially do the thing that you've always wanted to do. Feel free to leave comments to let me know how I can best support you. Make sure to hit subscribe, as there's exclusive content here only. And looking forward to connecting with you next time. Thank you, everyone.